Yeah, what up? This your boy Freshmoney documentary. You know what I'm saying? About the ups, the downs, the falls, the fallouts. You know what I'm saying? A little story about my life. Well, let's get it going. Let's get it cracking, man. You know what I'm saying? I started out as a DJ. My name was Childspin at the time. You know what I mean? I ran into like 5'5". We went to school together and all that shit. Like, we've been doing flips off buildings, all that shit. Then we just got together, like, you know what I mean? His brother was out there rapping, E-Dog, and that nigga was a monster. Then I told Five, I was like, Five, you should do this shit too. Cause Five was always like he always had the latest mixtapes, DJ Clues, the doo-wops, all that. And then I was like, yo, we should get into this shit. Like, you know what I mean? And then we just got together, we started rapping. That's when I was rapping, you know what I mean? I was corny as hell, I think. He's always said, yo, you dope, but I don't know. I think I was like, I don't know. That wasn't my type of thing, I don't think. Yeah, then like here come my house, we get the microphones, we go buy shit together, like go get the mics, tapes and all that shit. Then I started making beats. So that's what we did. And then Bobby, B Mac, he lived upstairs from me. And then he came into the situation. He was like, oh, I got skills too. So I was like, hey, let's get it rocking. And from there, you know what I mean? We started doing a little shit. Then he had a boy, Radu, my bro. We went over his house. We just started gathering up people together, you know what I mean? And made a group called CAC, Current Affair Clique. That's right. This was back like in 94? No, 95. Because I just came home from like a little juvenile day. That was 95 when I just came home in November, 95. We just got all together, you know what I mean? We started doing shit on karaoke's and all that shit, cause you know, we ain't have all the stuff like nowadays. Like, kids nowadays, they got like all this shit. They got the computers, the Pro Tools, all that. We ain't have all that. Like, we had tape decks, dubbing it from one tape deck to another, you know what I mean? Like, we ain't really have all that, you know what I'm saying? And we started getting rocking, like, everything was smooth, you know what I'm saying? And then, nigga got locked up again. Cause like I stayed in the streets, like I was trying to get that money, man. You know what I'm saying? Like that's all I was thinking about, getting that money. You know what I mean? And came home. Then we started doing like we started getting heavy into the music thing. Like now, you know what I mean? We got a couple more dollars. You know what I mean? We get certain shit. So boom, we was like, boom, we're gonna drop the CAC joint and come up with a new name. So we was all thinking, getting drunk, but I was, you know what I mean? Getting it in. Then we was like, KIG, Keep It Gully Entertainment. So we was like, boom, what's wrong with that? So we started trying to do logos and all that. Like, we still was rapping. We still was getting busy though, you know what I mean? Like, everything was working out good. I started getting really heavy into the beats. Then I met this dude when I was locked up with down Borntown from Philly. So his brother and them had an entertainment going on. So it was like, yo, come out here. So I was spending weeks out there, like, you know what I mean? Getting shit right out there, like getting my name, like exploring my name. Everything was like working good for me, like at the time. You know what I mean? Besides going in and out, like everything was working good. So we had the Keep It Gully joint going on. And then my cousin met back up with him as Deacon. Met back up with him, like, you know what I mean? So Deacon started coming out here a lot, you know what I mean? Cause we was all getting the money together, you know what I mean, on the block, whatever. And he was like, yo, I got this dude out his way in Edison by the name of Gutter Red that's fire. So we all went out there, we started chit-chatting, ciphers and all that. So Gutter started rapping. And then, yo, we was like, wow. Like, he was like intelligent, like he was real witty with it, like that nigga had skills. So he started coming out more, you know what I mean? Started coming out more, getting the ciphers and all that. And Deacon was like, boom, let's merge this shit together. So I was like, I mean, I'm down with that. I gotta see what's up with the other team, like, you know what I mean? And then it was a little argument, I ain't gonna front, about merging the teams, because we was putting the names together, because they was Most Hated and we was Keep It Gully. So we was like, Most Hated, Keep It Gully. He was like, that's too long. Everybody started arguing or whatever. You know how that go. Anybody that knows. And then we just came to an agreement, you know what I mean? And everybody was down with just keeping the KIG. keeping the KIG, and that came from there. Then like Frank Black, he was always around us, like ever since he was a kid. Like he was always with us. He didn't start rapping until like a little later, but B Mac was getting him into it, molding him in, and he became that dude. Like as growing up, I was like, dang, like the team is getting stronger. Then we was like, yo, we need to make some moves, like press these, you know what I mean, sell them or whatever. So I wasn't there, but when I think Deacon and 5 and all of them went out to a cookout somewhere, a block party, and then they met up with Lex. Lex, he's a monster too. Like we was pulling out monsters out of nowhere. I was like that. And then like he came into it, and I remember that day when he came, and then I think Five was like, yo, you gotta battle one of us to get in. And we was all in the kitchen at Deacon house. They was battling, they was going neck to neck, like they was eating each other up. And we was like, yo, he in. He got to be in. Like that nigga is dope. And he's Spanish, and he don't even sound like it. And he came in. That was a good move, you know what I mean? And then like everybody else to start falling in place. Like people that started being with us, like start falling in place. Like Smoke Gotti, Shells. Shells always was with us when he was young too. You know what I mean? He used to be with Mike, that's 5 cousin. He used to be with him, and then you know what I mean? They was always young, and then they just came up and started rapping. Like, you know what I mean? We was inspiring them to do what they do. Everything's flowing, and like years going by, like we doing shows, all that. Like we in Connecticut, we everywhere doing shows. So shit was popping though. You know what I mean? Like everything was groovy. And then like years later, and then like on the real, KIG couldn't get it together to save it. Like, I think it was just too many people, too many ideas. It was like, but we all loved each other, like we all ate together and everything. But I don't know, it was mad shit just keep going on. Like I'm like, yo, and me like, I'm just trying to hold shit together. Like I'm the Martin Luther King of the crew. Like just peaceful. Like I just sit back and laugh. And, you know what I mean, do what I do. And then Deacon called me one day, early in the morning, early. And he was like, yo, got it gone. I'm like, what you mean, out the group? He's like, nah, he passed away. And I was like, oh, shit. I was like, nah. That shit was crazy. I was like, wow, like we got so close with him, like I was like, yo, that shit I couldn't even take it. That shit was crazy. Like it was a crazy moment. And then like everybody got back together. You know what I mean? And you know what I mean, it brought everybody back tighter a little bit. Everybody was back tight. Like we never was apart. It's just like everybody was just doing their own thing. And then it got us back together, like tight where it supposed to been at. But that was a crazy situation right there. Like, when he died. And then shit just going back to the way it was, and then I was like, I got fed up. I was like, yo, I want to come up with like a team of producers. But I didn't think about it until I went to the studio. Cuts had called me. Killer Cuts called me and was like, yo, I need you to work on this project with me for my artist, ABU. So I was like, yeah, I know ABU. I was like, ABU hot. That nigga hot. And he called me over to the studio on the Ave. So I went over there, you know what I mean, just play some beats. And they was liking them. They was picking about I think 10 of my beats for the mixtape or whatever. Yeah, like Deacon, he my heart. Like I want to do nothing without, you know what I mean, saying what's up with him first. Cause, you know, beat sweepers, beat sweepers shit. We was the shit, you know what I mean, out there. Like, and I rung him in. He was like, yeah, that sounds like a plan. He was like, just come up with a name and hey, we can do it. So I'm home thinking, I'm like, what's a good name for it? Like, and me as being like, I'm a real big mob fan, like Italian mob, whatever. Like, I'm a big fan of that. And then I was like, what's like? I was thinking like the co-op and all that shit, like mob meeting type thing. And I was like, shit. I was in the streets and like, I mean, like, I was like, what's another name of like some product? And I was like, the Connect. I was like, we could be the Connect of rappers, like the Connects. Like they come to us for the product, and when they get in their hands, they could be the man. Like everybody blows up off product. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, boom, that's it. What's wrong with that? I told everybody, they was like, cool. I mean, I broke it down or whatever like that, and everybody was like, cool. And then we started doing the meetings every Sunday or something like that. Started doing meetings, and that shit went smooth. Like I couldn't believe it. It went smooth in a matter of like 2 weeks. That shit was like smooth. And then we had like other comers come in, like Tone Capone. He was like the tech of the studio spot, but he make beats also. He was our tech, and we had who else? We had Lay, but Lay never came to the meeting, but Lay was there, and Hervey, and D-Rock, he came through, Jamaican cat. You know what I mean? And we all got together and we was doing it. Like our names was on Hot 97, all that shit. Like everybody was fucking with us. You know what I mean? We made them feel like it was home. Like Arsenal, Sue Serve, Hollow Dawn. It was all of them. They all came. Like we was really doing it. Like that shit was a master plan. Real talk. And then like that shit took like 2 years. After 2 years, everybody started beefing. Everybody didn't like what another person was doing, and people ain't working harder than the next person. And like, you know how that shit goes. Like, yeah, shit just fell, and like, it was the end of that project. Like, I told people, I was like, I told everybody like in the connects, I was like, we could go out individual and do our own thing, and we could bring it back to the team, because like I still wanted to get it rocking. Like everybody believed in us. Like everybody, like they was like, yo, this is a great move. And it was like people wanted to get down like real heavy, and everybody was like, this is a great move. And like it was just like, I don't know, me always was the calm one, like that don't care about nothing. Like I don't know. But that shit fell. Like that was a great move, yo. I'm about to try to bring it back though. Like I'm gonna bring it back. Probably gonna be some new heads or you know what I mean, some old heads. But man, Deacon, we still like this, so like ain't nothing gonna break that apart. You know what I'm saying? And we gonna think of something. Cause that was a great move. Like it was a great move. Like we started getting mad people like on it. Like it was on it. Like fighting us everywhere, like, but I mean, shout out to all of them though, like Piccolo, Shadow, Cuts, Tone Capone, D-Rock, because they still doing their thing. Like I still go by and see each one of them. Like I see all of them, and they said they doing great though. You know what I mean? Like shout out to all of them. Like you know what I mean? Any help? I mean, you know, I'll come out and help y'all or whatever I could do. You know what I mean? Because there ain't no bad blood or nothing. It's just like everybody couldn't get it right. So, and then after that, like, I just started pushing the Freshmoney project. Like, started doing management, couple artists, and like, I fucked up with one artist, like, this female chick, like, singer, and like, shit went crazy. Like, I was on some puffy shit, fucking my artist, and that shit can't be done. Like, I always been doing it. Like I was known for that, and then like this one really felt in love with this girl. Yeah. And shit just went crazy. Like yeah, shit just went crazy. But like I don't know, shit happens. Yeah, we was working, we was doing our thing. I was managing her and all that. And then I went and got this other girl named Shantia. Shantia, she was dope. We came up with this hit record. Like I was managing this hit record for her. And then she got up and bounced and went to ATL. And like I was still wanting to work with her and all that, but like it was just like to the point that I wasn't hearing from her. You know what I mean? And I just dropped that whole shit, like fuck it. You know what I mean? We had a hot single, like this single could have blew up, but I guess she didn't believe in it, or the case may be, I don't know. I don't know what happens with that, but she just felt like she wanted to move, and that was that. You know what I mean? And I managed a couple of people hours and all that. And then I just got fed up. I was like, fuck it, let me just think about myself for the time change. So I just started going in on the beats real hard. Like I started making beats real heavy. Then I was like, let me do this Freshmoney, like beat CDs. I was like, fuck it, let me just worry about my damn self. Like, cause ain't nobody gonna be worried about me but me. So at the end of the day, you got you. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? You can have a group, you can love the group and all that, but at the end of the day, you got you, because people ain't gonna work hard as you. You know what I mean? And, I was like, let me just start doing these beat CDs and whatever I could do to get my name up. So I just, I discovered this one beat, and then I put it on YouTube. And then I started putting my logo on it. And I was like, let me see if they will follow this logo that I put on the beat, like the stamps. And it said Fresh Money did it again. And then when I put that out, I was going out down the way, downtown and all that, like, you know what I mean, where I'm from. And everybody coming up to me like, Fresh Money did it again. So I was like, true. I was like, alright, that could work. And then I just started dropping the Freshmoney, like volume 1, 2, 2.5, 3, like I would just keep dropping them. And then like my exposure went to the 7. Like everybody was saying Fresh Money did it again. I go in the liquor store, the liquor guy saying it.
Fresh Money did it again.
And GA, Atlanta, all that shit, they saying it.
Fresh Money did it again.
Everybody caught on to the Fresh Money did it again. I just stick with it. Like that was a good thing. Like, and then I started thinking, like, I was watching this video. I was watching what's the name video? French Montana video, Pop That, and then Ludacris when he did the Jingling Baby and all that. So I was like, dang, let me do something over and rap on it. Cause like I was like, I still got the feel for rapping, but I never thought I was dope. But you know, you don't gotta be dope nowadays no more. Like just say something that the chicks like or whatever. And, I grabbed the record, the EU record, the Sugar Bear joint, Doing the Butt. So I did that. I was like, let me do this beat. Let me try to do this beat over. So boom, in the lab, cooking it up. And I was like, it's joint alright. I was like, let me write something to it. So I was like, fuck it. I was rolling 16, and then Chocolate was on his way coming to my house to do a session. So I was like, boom. Chocolate, get on the 16. I didn't want to write on the 16 because I was like, after I write 116, I was like, I'm done. Like, I'm finished. And Chocolate came over, he blasted, you know what I mean? And that shit came out. And then people started hitting me up on Facebook like, yo, that shit crazy when the video will come out. And then I was like, after that, I was like, boom, dang, let me try to do a video now. So now I'm in the process of working on this video and shit. Like, I'm looking for a couple girls or whatever. I want the new style of doing the butt, like, you know what I'm saying? I got this one girl, she gonna structure them to it, like doing the butt, cause she showed me how she did it, and I was like, yeah, I want all of them to do it like that. So we're gonna do that, and then I'm gonna get in contact with like Sugar Bear and see if we could be in the video and all that, and we make it pop. You know what I'm saying? That'll be solid. And yeah, like the thing with me, like everybody said, like I be thinking of some crazy shit, like to make money. Like the name Fresh Money come from, like I make money off of anything. Like I'm a Renaissance man. Like Fresh Money come from, like I do anything to get the money. Like making beats, cooking. I came up with a cooking show. I came up with a cooking show on YouTube. Like niggas was dying when I did that. That shit was funny. Yeah, like cooking, that's like my heart. I love that. And photography, you know what I mean? Doing photography work and all that. Like that's the point of like Fresh Money. Like I've been on welfare, like everything to get the money. I don't give a fuck where the money came from, as long as it makes sense, and then it's mine. Like I don't give a fuck. And I was like, let me see. I did all this. Let me try something new. Then something came to my mind. That shit was like, ding. I was like managing strippers, like trying to get them on like World Star and all that. Like you know how they do that video modeling and all that shit. I was like, boom. I was like, yo, I'm gonna do that. Then I did it. It was like I be trying to conquer every field that I'm like that I think about doing, and that shit, I was really doing it. And girls was really making money for me. Like, that shit was crazy. Like, I don't know how I was doing. Like, my father was a pimp, I think. Like, he's smooth. He told me, like, he said, if you don't got $1 million, at least look like it and act like it. Fuck me. My father, he's smooth. Like, I think that's where I got my smoothness from. Like, when I'm talking to the girls, like, I'm real, like, smooth with it. Like, I can tell a girl out there draws easy, and that's a fact. But I don't be trying to do it. It's just it happens. Like that's just a reaction that I got. Like once a girl talk to me, play ping pong back and forth with birds till she get weak. But enough of that. That's what I do. And yeah, like music always been in my life. My grandfather, he was in music, like he was down on Atlantic Records, like back when Frank Sinatra and all of them was there. C. James Pettiford, you know what I mean, you can look him up. Like when I looked him up, and then I was surprised, like I didn't know he was deep in it like that. That nigga had the president at his album release party. I was like, wow, now that's power. A president at your album release party? That was crazy. When I seen it on the internet, I was like, it's President Nixon? I was like, yeah. I was like, wow, he was doing it, Pop. Yeah, that was crazy. Like, my whole family been in the music shit, like, and like, this is a one-on-one about the music thing that I see. I don't know if anybody else see it, but like, it's two ways, like, becoming an artist, there's two ways you can get out there. Getting out there is real easy. That shit easy as hell. Like after I say, like we've been up to Universal Records and all that shit. Like, yo, that shit is man easy, yo. But it's just people claim. I don't know what it is. Like, I don't know if people scared to get in it or what, or they just don't want to follow somebody that's not in it. But I'm not an artist. I don't need to be out there. So scratch that. Like, it's two ways. Like, you can either get in there, like, your exposure, your exposure off mixtapes or a hit record. Just do it. Like, if you don't really got the money like that, get that one song that you know people will go crazy over. You know what I mean? Like, it ain't fake to write a hit, like write a party song. It ain't fake, cause everybody parties. It's fake when you talking gangster, talking this and talking that, like partying ain't no more realer than that. Everybody like to have a good time, so it ain't fake to have a good time song. That's just a little one-on-one. And what else? I don't know what else to say. I might come up with a part 2. Gotta get my thoughts right. Fresh Money, signing off. Truly yours, Peach. I don't like other good stuff. So I'll get back with y'all with part 2. So, alright? Fresh Money, I did it again.